bitch, bitch, bitch. Today, we are going to talk about Sandra Bullock's The Proposal and how we thought it would be a feminist, a pro-feminist film, when it's actually not. Were you looking here? My eyes are here.
But wait, isn't Sandra Bullock's character Margaret Tate in The Proposal actually a very strong female character that we should all strive to be? I mean, she's the editor-in-chief of her book publishing company. Isn't that a strong character? She wears the pants in the relationship. Well, the extra tight, accentuating of the curves kind of skirt. Everyone in the company fears her. She's a boss bitch, if you ask me.
That rule number one to be a boss-ass bitch. Never.
Like, she rolls in and they're playing that bossy song. I mean, she's got it going on for her. She's got the power heels, the power hair. She's got it slicked back to be more masculine.
But actually, Margaret Tate is still infected by the patriarchy because she wears deep V, while she should be wearing a pantsuit to imitate the costume effect of the patriarchal society. Her attire conforms to her curves and super sexualizes her. Her colleagues actually call her a witch, and when Andrew and her leave the office, Andrew goes to their chat room box and says the witch is on her broom, not the woman or the boss. They don't take her seriously. You would assume she would be respected, but she's not.
You poisonous bitch! You can't fire me! You don't think I see what you're doing here? Sandbagging me on this Oprah thing just so that you can look good to the board? Because you are threatened by me! And you are a monster!
Bob, stop.
Just because you have no semblance of a life outside of this office, you think that you can treat all of us like your own personal slaves. You know what? I feel sorry for you. Because you know what you're gonna have on your deathbed? Nothing and no one.
Listen carefully, Bob. I didn't fire you because I feel threatened. No, I fired you because you're lazy, entitled, incompetent, and you spend more time cheating on your wife than you do in your office.
Now, in New York, the power dynamic is very clear. Margaret's the one in charge, and Andrew is her bitch, so to say. He's her little servant. He's her secretary.
Is that your family?
Yes.
They tell you to quit?
Every single day. Margaret Tate's office.
But once Margaret, it's apparent that like she needs him more than he needs her, Andrew immediately takes advantage of that power transfer.
We'll tell my family about our engagement when I want and how I want. Now, ask me nicely.
Ask me nicely what?
Ask me nicely to marry you, Margaret.
What does that mean?
You heard me. On your knee.
Fine.
Where she gets on both knees rather than the stereotypical one knee. And that even just challenges marriage notions in general, like, which is a patriarchal frickin' construct.
The Alaska scene also highlights how Andrew has more domination of power onto Sandra, because back in New York, Sandra proposed to Andrew, but in Alaska, when they announced their proposal, it was Andrew who proposed to Margaret. And also, Andrew's father refuses to call her by her full name, Margaret. He actually calls her Maggie because he's intimidated by her, and he has to continue to put his power onto male-dominated society. Now, female independence, it's not for Hollywood, because Margaret loses her phone, and the only way she can survive is if she asks Andrew where the phone is. And there are also other scenes furthering this.
Shit. Frank finally agreed to do Oprah, and now Oprah's bumping Frank. I need to get to a computer. Find me a computer.
Sitka? Come on, let's go. Come on.
One of the scenes that particularly stood out to me was with Gammy, which is played by Betty White. I love Betty White. When Margaret first gets into Sitka, because she immediately notices that she's older than Andrew, and apparently older women are labeled as cougars and they're not allowed to date younger men or else they get judged. So Margaret relieves Andrew of his end of the business deal, and she agrees to get deported. In that, the movie tries to portray it as she truly loves him, but I beg to differ. She's ultimately giving in to this male patriarchy where the male wins yet again. And then when they're back in New York and she's at the scene of her office, she's like chattering and she's blabbering and she cannot stop talking because her emotions have taken over. And then Andrew literally tells her to stop talking.
I need to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I don't have time to talk. I need to catch a 5:45 to Toronto.
Margaret.
So I need the boxes to go out today. I want to make sure everything is safe.
Margaret, stop talking.
Then it is up to Andrew to put her in her place. By telling her to stop talking, he is exerting his male dominance and giving in to the patriarchy once again. As you've noticed throughout the movie, Margaret Tate has let her hair down continuously. First it's in the high ponytail, and then toward the end when she completely lets all of her emotions go, it's completely down and free-flowing, even wild, if you will. Then there's a boat scene where she goes out and she's like at the peak of her emotional havoc state, and then she goes on the boat and then she ends up falling off because her emotions have taken control of her and they're about to kill her because she cannot swim. She's drowning, and then who has to save her? Andrew, because she cannot survive without him. She's literally drowning without him in her life.
Hey, come on, give me your hand. Hey, give me your hand. Margaret. Come on, give me your hand. Come on, I got you. Come on.
Though comedic in nature, I have to admit, I even laughed at a lot of the scenes in the movie, but ultimately, Hollywood is again reinforcing this ideal that women who are dominant and who are independent have to be put in their place.
Yeah, show her who's boss, Andrew.
It just shows that Hollywood is not ready for truly independent females. They are poisonous bitches, as Bob, one of the characters, says in the film, and they cannot exist.